Hey, it's Nicole. So I wanted to share with you a couple of things about bots that I did find out about today. I got off of Facebook because what I'm finding is that with Facebook, it's not difficult in any manner. It's just that I wanted to figure out how could I leverage my 2,350 contacts on LinkedIn for Messenger Bot Madness. So if I think about the 80-20 rule, 80% of the people of the stuff that I do is superfluous and doesn't mean a thing, and I only make money off of the 20% that I do. And so I thought about it and I was like, well, what's 80% of 2,350? And then what's the 20%? And then I do an 80% of that and 20% of that. And you usually do this 3 times in a row. And that's what your numbers are going to be outside of the people that are going to be interested in what you have to offer. So if you do 80-20 on a number 3 times, you can pretty much say, all right, well, 3 times, that's about the people that I'm going to get that last 20%. So today, as I'm going through LinkedIn and I'm sending out messages on my own, I realize that this is not a good idea. And it's not a good idea because I am exhausted and I don't want to do it. So I found this tool that I'm not thrilled with, but it solves the problem. And what I do like about it is that it is automated. And so what I was trying to do was not obviously automated, but this is automated. And the cool part about this automation is that it actually is automated through and through. I had to screw with it a couple of times, but I'm going to share with you. It's called Linked Helper. There is a trial that you can use, but it's a very difficult it's a very difficult tool to learn how to use. Very difficult because the tutorial, the guy is just, it's very hard to understand him and he doesn't get to the point. So it takes him 20 minutes just to share with you like how to do 2 things. So I honestly could not listen anymore. So I just figured it out on my own. Another thing about bots before I get into this is that I've got to tell you that if you are not technically inclined, you've got to find somebody who is. And one of the things that I notice with a lot of people is that they are abdicating their Facebook and LinkedIn and Instagram accounts to people who don't care if they get banned. If something happens to your account and you get banned, you will never get that account back, nor will you ever be on Facebook again. I can pretty much guarantee you, I've seen it happen to a few people, that if you screw up, they are not giving good graces. You don't get a second chance. On LinkedIn, on Facebook, on Instagram, on Yahoo, whatever, on anything. You just don't, because there are too many ways to know what to do. There are too many caveats to know that you shouldn't be doing this. It's like driving over the speed limit. There are speed posts, speed signs everywhere. And if you drive over the speed limit, you're going to get a ticket. So the point being that if you decide to arbitrarily allow someone into your account and give them the authority to do whatever they want in your account, then just don't expect to have that account. And this is not for people who are running a professional business. So I'm going to make that caveat right now. This video is for people who are seriously running a professional business and want to know how to use this. So I'm going to share with you this Linked Helper. I am not a fan, big time, of this. And the reason I'm not a fan is because it is difficult to use. So if you're not technically inclined, I highly suggest you find somebody who is very trustworthy, who is, because if you screw this up, you could end up jeopardizing your account. So how do you use this? I'm not really so great at using it right now, but I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to turn a message broadcast to my first connections on, and I'm going to start this message broadcast now. And it's going to ask me if I want to leave this site, and I'm going to say yes. And then here's the message broadcast. And as you can see up here in the corner on the left-hand side, it says next action will start in 5 4, 3, 2, 1. It gives you a countdown. And then over here on the right-hand side, it says messages sent, recipients found, and messages sent in current period, which is cool. Now, what happens is this does this automatically, and it sends these messages for you automatically. Now, you have to, obviously, you're going to create a message, and you're going to fill out your timeout settings, and you're going to do all that. And that's what takes a long time to figure out. It also takes a long time to figure out how this works. So I do not recommend you're just arbitrarily saying, hey, this is going to work. But I am sharing with you how this works in relation to LinkedIn. Now, on Facebook, one of the things I found is here, the ManyChat, for example, what I'm going to use as the bot. As I go through this and I preview it on my page, which you can do, I've found that some things don't jive, so I go back in and I change them, which is cool, and I'm able to create some really awesome messages that actually sound like, hey, it's me, which is great. So as you can see over here, the LinkedIn thing is moving, and each time it does, it actually goes through the connection, and I have this blurred out because I don't want my people being compromised. So this is a cool little tool. It does take about, I would say, it probably takes about 3-4 hours to get used to. And then you have to really think about what you want to say. So I have had some good feedback from LinkedIn. I realized that out of 711 or 750 people, actually it's going to be 756 people are my recipients. And out of those 756, you do an 80-20 3 times, all right? And that's going to be probably your number that will get you your people. So I want to see what that is. 756 times 20 is 756 times 0.2 is 151 times 0.2 is 30 times 0.2 is 6. So out of 756 people, about 6 people. So and I'm doing like 80-20 all the way. Okay, I'm hoping to get 6 people out of this. Now, out of 2,350 people that I have, that would be 18 to 20 people. So you'd have to have a pretty big, and you can see, when you go through this, you can see that if you don't have a really big list, you better get one, so somehow you've got to just keep getting more people in your network. And that's the thing, is that you've got, like on my first connections, I've only got 756. Now I got to go to my second connections and do that. So it's, one of the things that you want to make sure of is that you've got enough people that are going to be listening to that message. So anyway, I hope that helps. This is kind of cool. And I'll talk to you later.